Hi, my name is Addison Golightly, and today I will be sharing with you some cultural differences between the United States and Spain, so that way you can best complete your recruiting effort while you are there. The first thing that you should know about Spain is that it is a high context culture. This means that communication is not so simple. Rather, it relies on context like setting and other nonverbal indicators. This is important to keep in mind while navigating Spain because the United States is a low context culture where messages and communication are usually explicit in their purpose. This is also important to keep in mind because communicating as explicitly as one would do in a low context culture like the United States can be seen as rude or overbearing in a high context culture. So, while you are recruiting for the university in Spain, make sure not to be too blunt or explicit and be patient while communicating. One important social difference between the United States and Spain is how attitude regarding work and success is different. In the United States, work success competitiveness in this way is an important value and oftentimes defines the culture of the United States. However, in Spain, success and work are not held quite as high. Rather, Spain is known for valuing relaxation and leisure more. Keep this in mind while recruiting and make sure not to paint the United States, and specifically the university, in a way that makes it seem as if we only prioritize work and business. Rather, try to highlight some recreational and fun activities that the United States does. Next, there are nonverbal differences between the United States and Spain that you should be aware of. A nonverbal difference between the United States and Spain can be seen in how people greet each other. In the United States, it is normal to greet someone with a handshake or, if people are more close, perhaps with a hug. However, in Spain, they greet each other with a kiss on each cheek. Don't be surprised if this is how you are greeted in Spain. Now, on to religious differences. While the United States and Spain are both similar in that religious freedom is guaranteed under both our constitutions, Spain has a very strong connection to Catholicism. Spain and the Catholic Church have had strong ties all throughout history, and today, 69% of people in Spain identify as being Catholic. This is important to keep in mind as although religious freedom is guaranteed, they do have this Catholic influence that is not as noticeable or strong as it is in the United States. Be respectful of this as you are in Spain recruiting, and be prepared to answer any questions regarding religion, especially Catholicism, and how it is related to the Palouse. The last difference that I will be discussing is the difference between food preferences. In Spain, food and drink is a major social aspect in their society and life, and because of this, there are a couple major differences. One major difference is in the times that they eat. They usually skip breakfast and their first meal is during their siesta. In Spanish, this translates to nap. From about 2 to 5 p.m., although the specific times will vary, people in Spain leave their jobs, work, school, etc., and go home to have a big lunch with their families and, of course, take a nap. Because they have a later lunch, dinner is not usually served until around 8 or 9 p.m., sometimes even later. I know that when I visited Spain, this was a hard thing to get adjusted to, but after a while, your appetite falls into line. This difference can actually play to your advantage, though, and you should try to use meals and food in general as prime recruiting opportunities. To conclude, there are many differences between cultures in the United States and Spain. However, if you keep these differences that I have discussed in mind, then you will not have any issues successfully navigating the high context culture in Spain.